Now we are live on Facebook
got
and YouTube. So welcome to CJ. CJ, yes, he's at the mothership. Dog actually successfully went on a trip and more importantly, successfully made it somewhere. He's down in Tampa, and if you follow J Dog on social media, you can see that he's down there rooting for his Cleveland Guardians, and it looks like he's having a good time. And you know, he went to one of my favorite places last night. He went to the Waffle House, so I can't wait to chat with him about what delicious meal he had at the Waffle House. Why do you say figures? What's wrong with the Waffle House?
Waffle House.
Oh,
it's good food. It's a staple down south.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Golden Corral. I'm sure you like the Golden Corral.
Oh my gosh, Golden Corral. So I went to quick story. I went to the Golden Corral for the first time last April. I was down in Florida, and oh my goodness, it was like a brand new Golden Corral. I was in heaven. There's something about a buffet, and it's funny because I don't eat a ton, not like I used to, but just having the opportunity to try all sorts of different things and the desserts. Oh, I
don't mind a buffet. Cruise ship buffets, fine. Golden Corral buffet and that chocolate fountain. I've gone once with the fam, and we said we were never going to go back.
Oh, see,
I'm guessing that you were upset about the Cracker Barrel changing their logo. Were you upset about that?
No, I don't. Logos don't bother me. No, I do. I mean, I used to when we were younger. We went to the Cracker Barrel quite a bit. They had some that's where you could get what is it? The chicken and biscuits and all that yummy Southern type food.
I didn't get why people were so upset about the logo and why that bothered so people. We talked about this. The woke police that are out there and thinking that anything that you do, is because you're woke, and which is just ridiculous.
I mean, speaking of that,
anyway, we can talk about Patriots today, but I want to do what? Go.
I was going to say,
Charlie, go. What are you going to do?
We got a little lag. I was going to say a little lag here, but the interesting thing was with the Cracker Barrel thing is that it, there was enough public pressure of people that really liked the old logo that there was pushback, and the new logo went back, and it kind of brought, you go back to the whole Bud Light thing and all that nonsense, and
stupid. It's stupid.
So it is what it is. So if you want to enjoy Cracker Barrel, then go for it. Waffle House, Golden Corral.
We're going to boycott a place. It has nothing to do with the food, has nothing to do with anything. It's because the old man is no longer on the label. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. I do want to start, before we get going, I want to start with a little PSA. If you go to a baseball game, and if there is a foul ball, home run, whatever hit, and you go after that ball, and there's a kid within 50 feet radius of you, the kid gets the ball. The kid gets the ball, and it's what we're seeing is these adults are getting absolutely torched on social media and the internet for grabbing baseballs, grabbing hats, or whatever the case is, and you don't live that stuff down. And so last night at the Phillies game, I don't know if you saw. Well, we had a little text about it this morning. There was a loose ball, supposedly. A father went and grabbed it, gave it to his kid, and the lady came out of nowhere. She came out of left field, literally out of left field, and just about ripped this guy's head off and demanded the ball back and got the ball. And she said he ripped it out of his hands. Other people said it was on the ground, whatever. But the kid had the ball at the time. The father had to get the ball from his 9-year-old kid, dressed in Phillies garb. Obviously, his hero hit the home run too, and was just about tears. They were embracing in a hug, and this lady comes over and gets the ball from them, demands the ball back. The Phillies made it right. He made the kid whole. They gave him a bunch of gifts. He got to meet the player afterwards. But she is getting absolutely lit up on social media. The father's getting a little bit of heat, too, for giving up the ball. I'm going to put a rule out there. If a kid is involved, the kid gets the ball. Period. End of story. I want to take a 55-year-old woman or 55-year-old man and grabbing memorabilia from children. It doesn't work. It's not going to work out for you.
Yeah, well, I want to add a little more to that. At first, of course, I thought that was Elizabeth Warren out there getting the ball because they look very similar.
Here we go.
And that wouldn't have surprised me if Elizabeth Warren had done that. But that being said, here's the other piece. All right, baseball, and I've had this conversation with you before, Mike, and CJ, you may have heard it before, is I don't want anybody really, and I don't care if we set an age limit, but let's say like high school student, if you're in high school or below, get your autographs, go meet your players, fist bump the players, interact with them. The rest of the people, stay the heck away. Over the years, I got my fair share, foul balls, and I've gotten a home run in a Major League Baseball game, but I got it as a kid. And that's what it's about. It's for the kids to enjoy, for the kids. If I ever got a foul ball again, Mike, you were right. I'm going to hand it to the first child that I see with wherever I'm sitting. I don't want you go to these, you go to the Fisher Cats games or the Portland Sea Dogs, and you've got these old men, like older than us, that are down there trying to get autographs because Mike Dene is going to make it in the major leagues, which I hope he does. But that's great. But give me a break. Let the kids get down there. Give the kids access. Give them excitement about the sport so that the sport continues to grow. Not us old men and old women that are trying to go down there and steal. I mean, the thing is, all these baseballs, Mike, I don't even know where they are now. Like I had a baseball from back in the Oakland A's days. It was actually hit by Mark McGwire. I don't know where that is. It's somewhere.
I've said this story before that we had those seats for the Sox for a long time for my buddy Buzz, and we got balls left and right. Ortiz was flipping us balls. I mean, it was Ellsbury was flipping us balls. And so we had a whole bunch of balls, and they're in the yard. I think there's one that's being kept. It's just my kids weren't that much into memorabilia. I never was really into memorabilia, but there's some kids that are, and God bless them. They should get the balls, not the 55-year-old lady, not the U.S. Open one with the hat was a really bad look when he took the hat out of the kid's hand. The player, and I forget who it was, gave the hat to the kid, and this man took the hat out of his hand and stuck it in his wife's bag so that, and thinking that he was going to get away with it. I do appreciate the man. He's a CEO for some paving or roofing company or something like that in Poland. He leaned into it. Says, you fight for what you get, and I fought for that, and I got it, and I'm keeping it. And you can't screw with my company and that kind of stuff. But his company's really struggling. That's probably a bigger topic, Charlie, for another, is that the backlash that we see in social media for some of these things that happen. We'll keep it to athletics. Does the company itself need to suffer? All those employees need to suffer and everything like that. And it's really wild. I have a long-time fear right now is that I'm going to get caught in the wrong situation at Walmart, and I'm going to find myself on social media getting blasted and canceled. And I mean, seriously, you could just be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Right. You better look around and see if anybody's taping before you say anything to anybody, because go.
I was going to say, Mike, here's the thing. It's important, especially in our profession too. You just do the right thing. That's what you got to think about. We tell our kids to do that. We tell our students to do that. And I guess don't put yourself in that situation. I learned the hard way, Mike. You've been with me when we've been, not only doing this, but we've coached together and stuff. And, I've talked about before, I got kicked out of a baseball game. You learn the hard way. And I'll tell you, never, ever, ever, unless maybe, I'm watching on TV and I disagree with it. I am no longer vocal towards umpires, referees, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, maybe we'll critique them a little bit on the show. Of course we will, because that's our job doing this. But I learned from my mistakes. And yeah, you got to be careful in this age. There's cameras everywhere. People are videotaping stuff. I mean, just think about this. This show is going out on Facebook and YouTube, and it's going to be all over the place on social media. So things that we say, people can certainly take out of context.
Right. I mean, I might catch some heat for, dumping on Cracker Barrel and changing the, the logo back, but I guess that's part of the gig. So we've gone a little bit longer. Let me do the intro, Charlie, and then we'll go break, and then we'll do our opening takes after.
All right.
Mike and the Hoss is powered by the Yum Yum Shop, located in the heart of downtown Wolfboro, and can be found on the Pulse of New Hampshire radio stations and all over the world on the Pulse of New Hampshire app. You can always catch up and listen to our previous shows on the Pulse Podcast Network, Spreaker, Audible, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. The Yum Yum Shop has over 100 varieties of fresh baked goods, including 6 different types of bread and a full-service ice cream bar, and of course, their most famous item, the gingerbread cookie. Make sure to visit the Yum Yum Shop the next time you're in Wolfboro or online at yummyumshop.com. And while you're there, enter the discount code of Mike and the Hoss to receive 20% off a Gingy Box. You can join our conversation, 603-228-2080. That is 603-228-2080. And I would love to hear people's opinions on etiquette at ball games if they disagree with us. You know, if they're like that Polish roofer who said that no, if you get it, it's the what did it say? Possession is 90% of the law, or whatever it is.
I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for that. That hat was mine. I mean, what do you?
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. What the heck is he gonna do with that hat? It's that hat. I don't.
Well, apparently the guy has
Where it
banks, so
plays.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. The cameras are always on, and if you get put on social media, very seldom is it for a positive thing. In these, you get if there's not music in the background, it's probably not positive.
Yeah, it takes me back. I know we're going to go to break, but I want one more thing. It just takes me back to remember like Pizzagate at Fenway Park, and the pizza comes flying in, and that commentary to this day, I still rewatch it. It's just so funny. Like I'm going to throw a piece of pizza in the guy's face.
And Remy used the telestrator to design it. So
Remy's
that's good.
reaction was so good on that.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah. All right. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
News, traffic, weather, and discussion. Available to you anytime, anywhere with the always free to download Pulse of New Hampshire app.
It was the 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis, and a man named Ernest Hamway was selling crisp waffle-like pastries called the labia in a booth right next to an ice cream vendor. Because of ice cream's popularity, the vendor ran out of dishes. Hamway saw an easy solution and quickly rolled one of his waffles into the shape of a cornucopia and gave it to the ice cream vendor.
The vendor put a couple scoops of ice cream into it, and voila, the waffle cone was born. And American Fences was there.
Since 1892, American Fences has been owned and operated by the Mafera family. Come to American Fences and discover the highest quality fencing and the pride and workmanship of New Hampshire's most professional fence installers. At American Fences, our customers have always come first, as well as our quality products.
So lick that fencing job.
With American Fences Incorporated.
Online at AmericanFences.net.
America's way, American Fence Company.
Scott Lawson of the Lawson Group on standard operating procedures.
You should have standard operating procedures for any task, job, piece of equipment, machinery that you work on. And part of that standard operating procedure should be the safety requirements. And the safety requirements don't mean personal protective equipment and guards. It should be the training and education and tools that are required to make the product safely. And I always try to draw the conclusion for companies when we talk about this stuff to say, you don't do it for the name of safety. You do it for safety, productivity, and quality. Because all the behaviors that it takes to produce a lot of stuff with high quality are the same behaviors it takes to do it safely. Most companies just don't work that way.
So while I have you, do you have any quick kind of advice?
Think it through. You do it right the first time. You don't create a lot of scrap. You don't create a lot of waste. You're very efficient with what you do.
For workplace safety information on everything from indoor air quality and hazardous materials management to noise exposure, wellness consulting, and workman's comp, it's the Lawson Group. Go to thelawsongroup.com.
Hey, it's Big Pete, and this is Repeat from the Appleseed Restaurant in beautiful Bradford, New Hampshire. Today, we'd like to present the Duchess. Soup, that is. That's our signature soup. We've had it since we've been open, 46 years now. It's a blend of cheeses, celery, carrots, onions, all put together, slow cooked, comes out nice and creamy. Delicious. And Dad, how many people have that recipe? 1, 2, 3. Actually, that would be nobody. And why is that, Dad? Because it's a secret recipe.
That's right, it is. I believe the original recipe is kept in the basement in the Appleseed Vault.
Do we still have the combination for that?
Let's talk about catering, Dad.
Good idea.
We have a website dedicated to our catering, which is appleseedcatering.com. Lots of good information there.
And for all other things Appleseed, ...
Menus, online ordering, up-to-date hours, and even gift cards. Check out appleseedrestaurant.com. What's that website again, Dad?
You can get anything you want at appleseedrestaurant.com.
Oh, great. Now we got to pay Arlo royalties.
Coming up at noon, we talk tech with Jim Commando. In the meantime, we're back to Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
All right, welcome back to Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire. We kind of pushed off opening takes. We're going to start them now. Opening takes are brought to you by the Back Bay Boathouse,
where you can enjoy delicious food, drinks right next to the lake. Don't forget to order the $5 Mike and the Hoss penalty box during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Mike, before we jump into opening takes, I want to let you know I'm actually blaming you for something right now. I just came across my phone. I don't know if you've seen this, but there's a tornado risk later today in New Hampshire and Maine. And I think it's your fault because you were dissing on the southern chains of the Waffle House and the Cracker Barrel, where tornadoes tend to happen. So if that's our little PSA, make sure that you keep an eye on the sky this afternoon, because we're supposed to have severe thunderstorms with potential tornadoes. So be safe out there.
Okay. On our, and we didn't mention it, we have a weekly podcast that happens during the middle of the week. It's Overtime with Mike and the Hoss, and you can catch that on the Pulse Podcast Network. A little short thing where we just talk about one topic. The one topic that we talked about this week was Bill Belichick, because of the game that happened on Monday night. Being a staple in New England for 24 years, he's being followed as much as any other athlete that has left New England at any point. He is really, and Bill has become so polarizing. I missed the ball when I had him. I thought it was all Belichick, and when he was here, I had Belichick over Brady. I was wrong, and I keep getting proved wrong more and more by every move that he makes. Belichick had a very bad week. He had a very, very bad week. He's had really kind of a bad 2 years, but the much anticipated game on Monday night where he got blown out by TCU, his North Carolina Tar Heels team got blown out by TCU. Bad luck. And then on Friday, and I'm skipping over the whole Jordan thing for now anyway. I'm skipping over that even because that's a ridiculous look too, with her on the sidelines and all that kind of stuff. It comes out that he's not really friendly to the scouts for the NFL, or especially, I guess would be a better way to say it, the New England Patriots scouts. So the first piece that came out was that he does not like to list the players on the depth chart. And so when scouts come to practices, come to games or whatever, like to get a list and see where everybody's at, what's their number? I'm coming to see, so-and-so, what's his number? No, we're not telling you that. Yeah. Which is ridiculous. And I was like, that's kind of bizarre. Can't be helping you recruiting, but Bill's Bill and whatever. And then come to find out that he banned the New England Patriots scouts from any access, zero access to any North Carolina Tar Heel player. I kind of left speechless, as you could hear it. And I've just got one thing to say. The guy's lost it. I'm sorry. Somebody needs to grab him, put him in a home, and say, Bill, it's been a good run. You're embarrassing yourself. You are absolutely destroying your legacy to a point where you don't have that much left. And whatever spare legacy he has, that's somebody, a family member, anybody, please get Bill, grab him, and put him aside and say, okay, we're going to take you out of the public eye for a while. You're no longer coaching. If you want to go with the 23-year-old, the 24-year-old, go with, but it's not going to be in the public eye. We're done with letting her trademark every friggin' word that you say. We're done with this. You obviously are struggling with the coaching. What prospect for football is going to want to go to North Carolina when the scouts for the NFL don't have access to you? Mm-hmm. It's over. It's over for Bill.
It's a great point. The legacy thing, sadly, is going down. Robert Kraft had said that Bill was going to get a statue, as Robert put it, right next to Tommy when Bill retires from coaching. I don't know if we had Robert Kraft on the show today, I don't know if he would say the same thing. It's absolutely crazy that first of all, you made a good point about recruits. If I'm a stud football player, I'm probably not going to want to go to North Carolina. At first I might want to, because I'm like, oh, Bill Belichick, the GOAT. I'd love to go learn from him and play for him. But now if I can't have access to all of the NFL scouts, and then what point is Bill trying to make? Who is Bill angry at? Is it Robert Kraft? He can't be angry at Mike Vrabel. Vrabel was one of his stud players, during some of the good times. I don't understand why he is so upset with New England. It was New England, and I know that Bill Belichick would disagree with me. It was really New England and Tom Brady, of course, that kind of helped make Bill. Without being in New England, without having Tom Brady and the supporting cast that Tom Brady had, Bill doesn't have all of those rings. I don't get it. He's saying that, I am where I am today most, in a big part because of the New England Patriots. But I'm still going to say I can't stand the New England Patriots, and I'm gonna push back on kind of the hand that fed me.
He is acting like a 13-year-old petulant child, and this is not the first time. When he got let go of Cleveland, he bashed Cleveland. He was bashing Cleveland till 2020, when the whole thing with the Jets that led him to New England happened. He was holding a grudge against the Jets for 23 years, and it was different ownership. It was different general. I mean, they probably turned over 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
He is a petulant child. I have lost so much respect for him on the way that he's conducting himself, and I'm not referring to Jordan. I guess I would be referring to Jordan and giving her the access that she has. But his decision making is so, and we mentioned this on the podcast. It's not sound decision making that he's doing. This is not the Belichick about team first that we heard preached to us for 20 plus years. Team first, the team's bigger than the player. It's all about the players, blah, blah, blah. This is not that. This is the Bill Belichick enterprise that he is promoting, and he is letting this 24-year-old promote it for him to a point that she's absolutely embarrassing him, but he's also embarrassing himself with these decisions that he's making. Please tell me what girlfriend that you've seen on the sidelines with the coach before the game. Before a big game, the girlfriend's on the sidelines. She's in the press box. She's getting the Taylor Swift. She wants the Taylor Swift treatment. We went through all the things that she's trying to coin, and she's coining them under the Bill's version, like Taylor's version, the new songs, Taylor's version. She's saying, do your job, Bill's version. That's what she's literally trying to trademark that. And she has a list of about 24 different things that Bill has said, or, things about the Belichick way. I mean, all these things, it's embarrassing. It's laughable. He's becoming a laughingstock. And I had said on Wednesday that I probably won't be tuning in to watch him now. I take that back. I think I'm going to be tuning in to watch this dumpster fire because I can't take my eyes off of it. Yeah. Seriously, I can't take my eyes off of it. I'm clicking on and it's all clickbait, but I'm clicking on everything that has his name on it right now because it's seeing the demise of a legend. And it's sad. Don't get me wrong. This is sad. But you had mentioned a couple weeks ago, it seems to be like there's elder abuse that's happening. And I'm kind of with you on this, that somebody needs to get a hold of this.
Yeah, we're his kids. Why are his kids not, part of this? I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, I can't think. Just the Jordan thing for me is completely weird too. The complete age difference, and that Jordan is in it for the money. It's not. Obviously I don't know about the relationship, but I don't think it's love. It just seems like she wants
the word gold digger or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
That's one of those she's trademarked. Yep.
Yeah, exactly, CJ. And it's just like she is. She wants to get the notoriety. Like you said, she wants the Taylor Swift treatment, and she realizes, Bill Belichick has very popular, very well known. So maybe I can ride his coattails. And it's just. I blame Bill's kids. They should be stepping in saying, Dad, you got to figure this out. And I don't know if you guys have read his book. Bill's book is quite good. It's like really good. It's like one of the good things that he's done lately. It's a good read. He's got a lot of good stuff in there, and you learn a lot about him. But boy, the things that you learn about him aren't things that he's kind of doing anymore. He's not the Bill Belichick of old.
No, and this is not unlike we see, a lot of people as they advance in age, things change for you. I'm not necessarily knocking the Jordan relation. I'm not going to get in that. I'm knocking the access that he gave her. That's the part that I think is worrisome. That for his family. I mean, I had read an article that his family's worried about it, but they're afraid to say anything because they're afraid what Jordan's going to do, because Jordan is the voice right now. And we saw that at the CBS Morning News interview. She's running the show. And we saw what's happening with North Carolina, that he wanted her CC'd on every single email that comes to him. She's running the show. Yeah. So
can you imagine your girlfriend having total access to your football program. It's just so bizarre. Like Bills, you're the head coach. You're not going to give your girlfriend access to the entire North Carolina football program. But
It
you're
blows
right.
my mind. Think about coaches like Nick Saban and all these other great coaches who coached into their older years. Look at Pete Carroll. He doesn't have a significant other on the sideline. There's no need for it. It's football. Just coach.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Absolutely, absolutely, CJ. And yeah, and Jordan is definitely manipulating the situation and taking advantage. And yes, Mike, let's go back to elder abuse, because clearly we're seeing this. We're seeing this live and in the media week after week. Anytime they talk about Bill and Jordan.
Yeah. You want to do yours real quick?
I'd love to do it real quick, and I'd love for your take on this and CJ's take. So you guys probably know Caitlin Clark, sadly, she's done for the year. She announced that she will not be returning to the Fever for the playoffs, if, of course, the Fever make the playoffs. And I just, my question that is out there is how is the WNBA going to handle her absence heading into the playoffs? And kind of my take is, will this set back the WNBA for the remainder of the regular and postseason? I crunched a little numbers. Kind of like viewership and things like that. We have talked about how Caitlin Clark kind of her presence coming last year and into this year has really kind of put the WNBA, I'm going to say it, on the map. That's my opinion, because people got excited that weren't excited about the WNBA, including Mike and Charlie, that we're actually talking about the WNBA and having some bit of excitement for it. That being said, my concern is that Caitlin Clark hasn't played since July 15th. Viewership has been down, guys. It's down. You can't make up the numbers. People aren't watching the WNBA as much as they were when Caitlin Clark was on the floor, when Caitlin Clark was being talked about. You can only hear so many times about Caitlin Clark has a groin injury. Caitlin Clark has a leg injury. All right, that's it. It is what it is. But the WNBA, instead of continuing to rise, is starting to take a dip again. And my fear is, as they move into the playoffs, as they move even into the postseason, that if they can't figure this out, they had the golden opportunity to figure this out with Caitlin Clark, and instead you got multiple players going against Caitlin Clark. And I don't know. What are your thoughts? I just feel like this is a pivotal moment for the WNBA to be able to say, we're gonna circle the wagons, right? We're gonna circle the wagons, and we're gonna realize Caitlin Clark really is the golden goose, and we need to figure this out together, or the WNBA is I'm going to hear Angel Reese saying that she can't afford to pay for her groceries on her salary for the rest of my life. What are your thoughts?
To start with, I think you're 100% right. And this is nothing that we haven't said for the past year and a half. Caitlin Clark is the WNBA in terms of the success of the WNBA. We weren't talking about the WNBA before Caitlin Clark. We haven't talked about the WNBA since Caitlin Clark got injured. Yeah. And it's not, I don't think it's necessarily a white-black thing, because Paige Buchers isn't carrying the torch that Caitlin Clark did. Correct. You're not seeing that. You're not seeing Kelsey Plum Arsenault carry the torch that was. I don't know if he's listening, but I'll appreciate that. But you're not seeing her carry that torch. This was a Caitlin Clark she shouldn't be polarizing, but she is polarizing. But she created excitement for women's basketball, not just the WNBA. No. Women's college basketball is peaking. UConn and Tennessee and all these teams have been dominant for years, but it was little old Iowa State or Iowa. I think it was Iowa. Iowa. Yeah. That was, really carried with Caitlin Clark, carried that dominance for 2 years, really. This is a bad time for the WNBA right now with her being hurt, because they're going into a contract negotiation. And when Caitlin Clark's not the story, that means Angel Reese is the story. And Angel Reese is a bad story. Sorry, she's being suspended for the first half of the game coming up because she put down everybody on her team. She says you're not putting up with this kind of team next year. So that's not who you want to be the face of the league. And that's who ends up being the face of the league, because Caitlin Clark is on the sidelines. And the fact that she's not playing, the WNBA should be seriously concerned about their future without Caitlin Clark being at the forefront.
Yeah. CJ, what are your thoughts?
It's like a in sports, there's that superstar effect. You know, when you got players like a not a Tom Brady, but like a Jalen Hurts almost. He's a superstar. When he shows up, he performs, he brings on the lights, whatever. But then there's players that are above that, like Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, and Caitlin Clark, I think fits into that category where it's like it brings a whole nother excitement to whatever sport they're playing in that other players just can't bring. And, you know, when Jordan sat out in the mid 90s, the viewership in the NBA dipped then. It's going to do the same thing when Caitlin Clark's not on the court now for the WNBA. I think that if I was running the WNBA, of course, that's way above my pay grade. I would try and focus on some of these other superstars like, you know, Sabrina Ionescu, try and get someone like her to be the focal point, or Kelsey Plum Arsenal, something like that. Try and like create these storylines to shift the narrative into something away from Caitlin Clark being injured, because that's the only narrative the WNBA has right now. Is it's not about the playoffs coming up or anything like that. All anyone's talking about is Caitlin Clark off the court. So I'd be trying to find some sort of storyline somewhere to drive ratings. Like this vet, it's her last year ever. She's getting ready to retire or something, or, you know, find something somewhere instead of just letting the media focus on Caitlin Clark.
They've been trying that for 25 years and they haven't been able to do it. So there's a void for storylines in that league, and Caitlin Clark filled that void. And she inspired a lot of people to tune into the WNBA. They don't have that right now, and they haven't had it for 25 years. Charlie, we got to go to break, but New Hampshire Sports is brought to you by
Bailey's Bubble. Family owned and operated Bailey's Bubble in downtown Wolfboro serves the finest ice cream in the state from May through October. If you can't make it to Wolfboro for their ice cream, you can still order their hot fudge, panucci, and butterscotch sauces at baileysbubble.com. My favorite sauce is their homemade hot fudge. You guys still have a few more weeks, so make sure you visit. And when placing your order, don't forget to tell them that Mike and the Hoss sent you.
All right, we'll be right back with some trivia.
This is the Pulse of New Hampshire, 107.7 WTPL.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9861. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9861. That's 800-575-9861. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Attention homeowners. Do you have missing, torn, or curled shingles, or maybe finding pieces of shingles on the ground? These are signs that your roof may need replacement. Your roof is key to your investment of your home, so you are going to want a reliable and experienced roofing company to install a new roof. You are going to want New Heights Roofing. Don't let the tough New Hampshire weather take further toll on your roof. Protect your home with a new roof before it leaks with New Heights Roofing. New Heights Roofing is fully insured, giving you peace of mind knowing that your home is in good hands. New Heights Roofing serves the greater Concord area and even provides full financing. Whether you need a new asphalt shingle or even a sleek metal roof, they have the skill and professionalism and are certified in installing high-quality shingles from GAF, ensuring durability and longevity. New Heights Roofing also installs metal roofing, windows, and vinyl siding. Don't risk your home with a compromised roof. Schedule your free consultation today at newheightsroofingnh.com. New Heights Roofing, taking your home to new heights.
Get in touch with the show anytime at thepulseofnh.com and on the free-to-download Pulse of NH app. Now, back to Mike and the Haas on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
All right, welcome back to Mike and the Haas. We're chasing time a little bit, but I want to clarify something on the U.S. Open thing because a friend of the show just sent me this, that it was a mistaken identity, that one of the companies got beat up pretty good originally was not the actual man who was the CEO of that company. The CEO of the paving company was correct. It was just another CEO responded. The person who took the hat did eventually apologize. So just to correct the record. All right, we're behind Charlie, so trivia.
All right, today's trivia is sponsored by Seven Sons Cafe. Tucked away on Railroad Ave in the heart of downtown Wolfboro, Seven Sons is a welcoming spot for both locals and visitors alike. The cozy cafe is loved for its mouthwatering crepes, hearty bagel sandwiches, and a wide selection of beverages, from expertly brewed coffee and soothing teas to vibrant fruit smoothies. On sunny days, enjoy your meal al fresco while soaking in the lively charm of downtown Wolfboro. Whether you're grabbing a quick bite to eat or sitting with a drink, Seven Sons offers a warm and relaxed atmosphere that's hard to beat. The cafe is open Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. And when you stop by, make sure to let them know that Mike and the Haas sent you. We talked a lot about Bill Belichick today, and this trivia question is about Bill. Who was Bill Belichick's longtime girlfriend before he began dating Jordan? Who was Bill Belichick's longtime girlfriend before he began dating Jordan? A chance to win a Seven Sons Cafe gift card, 603-228-2080. That's 603-228-2080.
All right, we have a few minutes while we wait for the phone to ring. Hopefully it does. Doing a little back page stuff today, a little back page gossip.
Yes, we are.
We talk about the Red Sox because I have a feeling the Red Sox are going to be on the back page pretty soon too. Tough week for them. Roman Anthony went down with an oblique strain, and that was. It didn't realize how much he carried the eye for Red Sox fans since he entered in, which was basically late June. He came up, and he's been probably the number one next to Garrett Crochet, the reason why people were tuning in to the Red Sox. And I realized that's really why I was tuning into the Red Sox. I really wanted to see him, and I loved it when they put him at the top of the lineup. He took a bad swing the other night. He went down. This was on Tuesday night. He got hurt. On Wednesday, they laid an absolute complete egg. And Alex Bregman came out and said it's a real gut punch for the team. He's one of the best players in the American League. And they have played horrific baseball since.
They have.
Currently,
we can break it down. They're currently 4.5 back in the AL East. They are still second in the wild card, and they do have a 4.5 game lead. But they are, we are getting into, the end of the season, and they are currently limping.
CJ, what's the name of our caller?
We have Peter on the line, ready to give you his answer now.
All right, Peter, what do you got?
Linda Holiday.
That is correct, Peter. You have won yourself a Seven Sons gift card. Peter, where are you from?
West Ossipee.
Oh, awesome. Welcome, Peter. Thanks for listening to the show. Thanks for, of course, answering the question. You got this. Apparently you know a little bit about Bill and his, he had been married for 29 years and then ended up with Linda Holiday for about 16, and now he's with Jordan. What are your thoughts about his current girlfriend?
Whatever, it doesn't have an impact on me, so.
I love it. All right. Well, hey,
it gives people something to talk about. So
yeah, it does. Yeah, like us. Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, thanks for calling into the show. Thanks for listening to the show, and enjoy your gift card from Seven Sons Cafe.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.
So we're going to start doing some back page gossip. The phone's going to be ringing off the hook. Getting back to the Sox, they played 2 games since Anthony went down. They've lost both games in really ugly fashion. They're kind of getting blown out. They played Arizona last night, got blown out. They play them tonight. You can listen to it on the Pulse of New Hampshire Network. 7:10 pregame, 8:10 first pitch. Again, the Diamondbacks. I'm not very confident that they're going to make the playoffs. I just the vibe on this team has gone down tremendously over the last 72 hours, and I think there's some things to worry about.
I mean, I guess I'm not going to disagree with you. I hope you're wrong, but I would like I would love for the Red Sox to make the playoffs. But then it goes back to the other thing. How about this? The fact that if they make the Red Sox puts us back to our old argument, then they're never going to spend money on the Red Sox, and you're gonna let Alex Bregman's gonna walk out the door, and they're not gonna extend him. So
thank you for including that, because that came out this week too, that he was planning on opting out of his contract. Trevor Story hasn't opted out on his contract. I'm not that upset about that one, but Bregman, Bregman has shown that he's not just a good player, but he's a good clubhouse leader, and this team desperately needs that. They lose him. I think we're back in the cellar next year. So. Yeah. All right. When we come back, we're going to start our week 1 of our NFL picks, and I'm making a big comeback this year, Charlie. This is my year. All right, we'll be right back.
News, information, and discussion. This is 107.7 WTPL.
Do I choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the final days of Sleep Number's biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale. Up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Ends Monday. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Lumber Barn, large enough to meet your needs, small enough to care.
We offer building materials, lumber, millwork, hardware, fasteners, paint, California paint, free delivery. We're large enough to meet your needs and small enough to care. Go to lumberbarn.com.
Lumber Barn, large enough to meet your needs, small enough to care. Lumber Barn.
No matter what age you are, you want to look and feel as healthy as you possibly can. Confidence shines through something that's used on a day-to-day basis, your smile. Bow Family Dentistry has been the go-to dentist for friends and families for over 30 years. Dr. Katz, Dr. Rusinski, and their team at Bow Family Dentistry offer general dental care, and they specialize in aesthetic dental care. Their aesthetic care will make your smile not only look great, but leave your teeth stronger and healthier too. Bow Family Dentistry's mindset is to fix it rather than patch it, giving patients the ideal look with the ideal function. Their dental office is a place where your smile can not only be built, but meticulously maintained. Their aesthetic services include, but are not limited to, teeth whitening, teeth bonding, tooth repair and shaping, denture needs, and porcelain veneers. Bow Family Dentistry, enhancing your smile with comfort and care for over 30 years. If you're looking for aesthetic excellence, set up an appointment today and visit bowfamilydentistry.com.
Knoxland Equipment, a better deal from a better dealer.
Now is the best time to get more for your money on a new Mahindra. Enjoy 0% interest on select models or save thousands of dollars on a rugged Mahindra tractor. That's more for less on many Mahindra's best-selling models, with tractors that deliver more lift capacity, fuel efficiency, and built-in weight. Save more on Mahindra today at Knoxland Equipment. They'll show you how much more tractor and how many more attachments you can get for your money. With up to a 7-year powertrain warranty on Mahindra tractors and Knoxland's well-trained staff, you can count on years of service after the sale. So whether you're a farmer, landscaper, or homeowner, get to Knoxland Equipment off Interstate 89 at Exit 7 in Warner, on Facebook, and at Knoxland.com. 0% APR financing available for a limited time only. See Knoxland Equipment or go to MahindraUSA.com for more information.
Knoxland Equipment, a better deal from a better dealer.
Online at Knoxland.com.
You're listening to the Granite State's own Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
All right, welcome back to the show, 603-228-2080 if you want to join our conversation. We're going to do a quick Pats preview here because they obviously are kicking off tomorrow. There's been a couple games. The Dallas, Green Bay, Dallas, who'd Dallas play? Who did Dallas play? Philadelphia. Jeez, the Eagles. How did I forget? Dallas and the Eagles. No, I was looking at the Green Bay thing. Was a good game until the weather opened up. I mean, it was really, that was kind of a weird thing, the way that Dallas could not come back after the weather report.
41 points in the first half and then 3 points in the second half by both teams.
Yeah, and we got we just so you know, be careful, Mike, because we have to say "Fly Eagles Fly" because of CJ. So
yeah, go Birds.
And then the other piece of that too, of course, was Spitgate with Jalen Carter getting thrown out with the whole.
I want to apologize on behalf of all Eagles fans. That was very embarrassing.
Yeah.
You waited 7 months to just spit on Dak Prescott and not even play in the first game. Very frustrating.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, I think he's skating a little bit because I think back to the Bill Romanowski when he spit on a player. He got just absolutely destroyed, and this was before really social media when that whole thing happened. And he was lit up. Roberto Alomar, when he spit at an umpire or a player, I don't know if it was an umpire or a player that he spit out, he got lit up. But these are career tarnishing events because when you think Bill Romanowski, you're not thinking of that dominant middle linebacker that he was. You're thinking about the spit. Roberto Alomar is a Hall of Fame second baseman. First thing that comes to mind is the spit. I don't feel like that's going to happen with Jalen Carter. For some reason, it just doesn't seem to be as disgusting. It is disgusting, but
he was quick on the apology. He was quick on the apology. That was like as soon as the cameras came out, he was like, "Hey, that was my bad misunderstanding." He was quick to accept, own up to it, but again, doesn't make it right.
No,
there's a lesson for everybody. And then, apologize, own it, apologize, be done with it,
do the right thing. Yeah. How about last night though? How about the Chargers? Yay, they beat the Chiefs. Thank goodness.
I wanted to ask you guys if you guys had the Chargers beating the Chiefs because I did not.
Yeah, no,
we didn't put them in our picks.
We didn't put it in, but I definitely would have picked the Chiefs. So I definitely would have had it. So it was nice to see the Chiefs lose.
I've had a tough start with fantasy and DraftKings. In both games, I picked somebody that was out of the game within. Last night Xavier Worthy was in my lineup. He made it 3 snaps. 3 snaps he's done for the game, and it's like, oh god, so that doesn't bode well. Obviously, with our picks, I lost last year. I fully admit it. I had a strategy that did not work, and so I'm going to try a new strategy this year, Charlie. Hopefully, it's going to work a little bit better. CJ, we want you picking on these ones too.
We do. I'm sorry, CJ. I'm sorry, Mike, the interrupter. We do want to. I just want to establish this again, CJ, just so we're clear, so you can hear this as a witness. So Mike has set some new ground rules, and we're gonna just give you the ground rules so that Mike doesn't change them. So the loser buys the lunch. The second the second loser, I guess we could say, takes care of the tip. And then the other one that I like that Mike put in there is that it's actually going to be a sit-down meal this time. We're going to go to a restaurant and sit down and have our lunch together.
Make it
respectful. I'm putting another one in there.
Oh boy.
The loser gets to choose what restaurant that is. He has sole discretion. So if he wants to go get chicken McNuggets, we're going to get chicken McNuggets.
I'm not sitting down at McDonald's.
The loser gets to choose. All right, let's start with this. So I'm going to save the Vegas New England game for last. So we're going to start with Pittsburgh at the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, that's the big story of the offseason. Aaron Rodgers went to the Steelers, and the Jets, they've been relatively under the radar as far as offseason goes. What are you thinking, Charlie?
Well, you know what my thinking is, Mike. I am not going to pick the Jets Jets. So I believe the Steelers. Something about the Steelers, they always seem to win, and they've been pretty consistent with winning over the past over decade. So I'm going with the Steelers over the Jets.
Well, you're right about that. They always seem to win, but they are bringing the king of all douchebags in this year. So that one thing could change. He didn't look good in the preseason. I'm still going to go Steelers just because I have a tough time picking the Jets at any point, even if they're home. But in my heart, I'm rooting for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, please don't win this year. Please don't win. CJ, what do you think?
I'm going with the Jets. So before you guys even asked me, I filled out the entire season, picked the winners for every game all season. And I have the Jets only winning 3 games this season, but week 1 against the Steelers is one of them.
Oh, good for you.
Good for you.
All right.
Maybe we got to pay attention if CJ's onto this. Hey, Mike,
I think the run game on offense for the Jets with Justin Fields, Breece Hall, I think that's going to be kind of the focus. So gotcha. I know that Pittsburgh's got a good defense, but I think the Jets offense might be explosive.
All right, we got to move this along. Okay. The 49ers at the Seahawks. Charlie?
Well, you know that I love the Niners. And Mike, you always make a big issue about travel, but it's week 1 and they're both on the West Coast. So I am taking San Francisco 49ers over Seattle.
CJ? Oh, no, I'll go here. I'm going San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey's worrying me because he showed up on the injury report with a calf injury, which led to his Achilles last year. That was that kind of a whole thing. But I'm pretty confident he's going to play. I'm going to go with San Francisco.
I'm going with the Niners as well. I like Kittle to get a lot of targets. I got him on my fantasy team. So
yeah,
there we go.
All right. The Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. The Micah Parsons Green Bay Packers.
Yes,
Charlie?
Micah Parsons. I'm taking the Lions. I like the Lions. I've always liked the Lions. Love the coaching of the Lions. So Lions over Green Bay.
I've got Green Bay. Green Bay's home. They're going for it this year. I like it when teams go for it. You sign Micah Parsons. I think it's a bad deal. He does make your team better. Either way, he makes your team better. And Jordan Love is going to have a breakout year this year. I thought last year was kind of breakout. I think he's going to be more breakout year this year. So Green Bay. CJ?
I got Green Bay as well. I think they're going to win the NFC North. I think the Lions take a step back without Ben Johnson.
100%. Yep, 100%. All right, the next game, Baltimore Ravens at the Buffalo Bills.
This may be, based on, I don't know. This might be the best game of the week.
This might be the game of the year.
Yeah. So you got the Ravens traveling up to Buffalo. Got the Bills. Mike, I know you hate it when I say this, but there's just something about the Bills for the most part that are actually likable. And I love the Bills quarterback. I'm an Allen fan. So I'm taking the Bills. The Bills are going to be 1-0 in a really close, good game.
All right. This is a tough one. I'm going to go Buffalo just because they're home. I think if it was in Baltimore, I'd go Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to go Buffalo because they're home. Sorry, Bernie. I'm not as much of a fan. I think the window's closing rapidly for Buffalo. They better do something this year because there's going to be, if they don't do it this year, there's going to be massive changes. CJ, what do you got?
I got the Ravens. I think the only talent on Buffalo is Josh Allen, really. I mean, James Cook is good, but I think Baltimore's got too much talent to be stopped. And they had a bad start last year, so I think they start hot this year.
Okay. In our last game, we didn't get a chance to really preview the Patriots. The Vegas Raiders are coming into Foxborough tomorrow. It's a very winnable game for the Patriots. If you would have asked me back in the beginning of training camp, mid-July, I would have said the Patriots all the way. I'm coming off of that a little bit. The hype is just not quite there. There's maybe Will Campbell doesn't play. Christian Gonzalez is out still, has not practiced since the first week of the year. And we have to hurry up. All right, I'm going with the Ravens.
Vegas.
Right,
I'm taking the Patriots by 3. CJ?
I got the Pats.
Right on.
All right, that's going to do it for us. CJ, thanks for stepping up for Dog. Hopefully Dog's trip is going well. And congratulations to Peter for winning some trivia.
Thanks,
guys. Are you in need of a reliable and trustworthy auto repair shop? Look no further than Pellerin Motorsports